Hey guys, welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We might want to do a rest a little bit later. I think we can afford to do one or two rests before we trigger the tavern defense fight, so that should be fine. First of all, let's talk to the Storyteller. The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognize your footsteps, determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. The elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. Oh, okay, so we can't highlight. That's fine. Irabeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Canabras that the local wardstone had been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Canabras did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside. A vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. Who are you and why did they let you examine the wardstone? I am the Storyteller, just an old elf, and a bit more. I'm old, even for an elf. I've seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands. And I think that's in reference to the events that happened in Pathfinder Kingmaker. Led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. Yeah, so that was basically the whole story of Pathfinder Kingmaker, so that's cool that they reference it, and the Storyteller was part of that. I think quite an integral part of the Kingmaker game, actually. It's quite interesting, and maybe I'll go back and play it at a future time. But let's continue for now. This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of others' squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I had a few friends in Nerosian who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the wardstones was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarming Canabras. Do you wield some special magic power, some instinct? The Storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent, but is more of a gift. I can see the past. Stories that have happened. I touch an object and shreds of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world, gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. What blight is concealed in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the wardstone was created. And it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Menago invaded the city with a crowd of her followers and started to do what demons do best, kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? The locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here, even the terrifying Baylor Koramzadeh. Okay, one of Discari's most powerful generals. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but Daskari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Canabres. And when the Demon Lord struck the blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone, and from it to other stones along the whole perimeter of the world wound. Why did you travel to the Wardstones? I tried to see their stories. The visions I had when I touched the Wardstones were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at the same time. They followed each other like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I couldn't understand where one of them ended and the next began. I've heard you, Storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the Wardstone. As far as I know, there is nothing like it in Canabres, but the demons might have something. I heard the dying roar of Terendelev, the Silver Dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go where Terendelev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tell me to point you there. Present the purple stone knife. I found it in the square where Terendelev perished. What do you make of it? Storyteller reaches out and says softly, even from here I can feel strange energies emanating from this object. If you don't mind, I will examine it using my method. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions and shreds of their memories. Maybe it'll help us better understand what we are dealing with. The storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace, his voice disgustingly raspy. Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair, to my mother's feasting hall. The swollen body overfilled with food is so huge that I have to look at it with all of my eyes at once. On top is her scrawny little head with a long beak that is always yearning for more food. You feel feverish and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions. Visions that repeat the words of the old elf. Mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch whose only achievement is my birth. A creeping, wingless creature. It's your fault I have no wings. A symbol of greatness, a birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn, and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark, buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. My mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters. The bone spurs on my heels sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful tiny head and tear it off along with the shreds of meat. Victory. I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. The elf grimaces with distaste. His voice becomes normal again. Appalling. Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with me. Did this knife belong to a demon? The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice as it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the Wardstone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tight it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the Wardstone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless, but it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. White light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hand. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He's trembling, the terror on his face so unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen, or rather might happen. one of the roads to the future. In one of the possible futures, this item will help you cleanse the wardstone or to destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest, right into the wound that has opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at the last moment your self-preservation instinct takes over and you manage to keep control of your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me, but how? I'm not an oracle or a prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen, I don't know why this is happening now, but there is one thing I'm sure of. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes, great changes. I shared your vision, and this knife tempted me. Did you see what I saw? This has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us. Something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you and why have our paths crossed? I feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something. But what? Questions without answers. I swear, this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe it's the knife that gives you the power of divination. The knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Is what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not set. It used to be, a long time ago when the god Daeren guarded Golarion. But not now. Prophecies do not come true, or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it, but the choice has not been made and our destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. Your powers are amazing. A few minutes ago I would have agreed with you, but the thing that has just happened, it disturbed me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Okay, please examine the items I'm carrying. Perhaps some of them could tell us a story. The storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yaniel's sword Radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. The storyteller's hand runs carefully over the scale that has still not lost its shine. Proud Terendaler, protector of Canabres, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers? The storyteller's hand touches Finian. What a peculiar weapon. I sense intelligence in it, but it seems dented. Ah ha 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 ha, Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers, it tickles. The elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? Maybe we shouldn't do the stone knife just yet. I don't think it matters in a game sense, but from talking to him, maybe we'll leave the stone knife for now. What do you see in its past as far as Radiance goes? The storyteller touches the blade with his finger. Sadness rings in his voice. Dresden is doomed. Demons attack right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We built you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the abyss could still be restored to mortal. Now you are perishing and there is nothing I can do. We retreat. No, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night through the southern gate. They are chased by the angry howls of demons killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I'm standing still on the wall. I'm covering the retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hands. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my closed eyelids is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out, "Hey, Discari Spawn. Who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yaniel. You know how many of you I've killed with this very hand. You want to curry favor with Daeren Menago or the echo of your lord? Bring them my head, if you can." Roaring and screaming, they rush toward me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me, spattering my armor with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the foot of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Joran's pale face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help. He's carrying 2 wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friends will survive. This is what I'm fighting for. I'm covering the retreat. It is Joran Vane, okay. Friend of Yaniel. I guess that's why he forged Radiance for Yaniel, I suppose. The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindles. My armor is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with Radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my blood-slickened hand. He flies up but falls somewhere far behind the walls, by the road being taken by those fleeing. No more golden glow in my hands. The night closes in on me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Daeren, I'm dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Iomade, accept my soul. Storyteller runs his hand along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I've heard about her so many times. Yaniel was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the future of this sword? Just one of the numerous possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt and metal rings in his voice. I slide out of the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the army of warriors led by my lord. I sing, slashing the air, putting courage in their heart. I am Radiance, tremble, city of Daeren. My lady Yaniel has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge. The storyteller returns the sword to you. It is nice to know that this sword's glory days are not over. It has many battles ahead. Take care of it. It is a glorious sword. Alright. I think we'll let the storyteller examine the other items later on. We have plenty of time for him to talk to us about this stuff. Can I help you? The storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Canabras there is a manuscript authored by an elf from Kionin who witnessed Earthfall. The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks and he stops for a moment. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it, but no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I only found a mention that a manuscript exists and is held somewhere in this city. I assumed it's stored at the Grey Garrison. They wouldn't let me into the archive when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It's understandable. The crusade naturally made them a little paranoid, but now the Grey Garrison has fallen into enemies' hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. I have a few questions about our encounter in the Blackwing Library. Of course, I make no secret of why I came to the library. I was looking for something. What were you doing there? I was looking for a very old thing. Rumor has it some ancient scroll or a book page about the times of Earthfall is held in Canabras. According to the legend, it describes the last days of the proud kingdom of Kionin, later abandoned by the elves fleeing Golarion. I have a vague hope that the events described in it will shed some light on my past. Cataclysmic event in which a shower of meteorites impacted Golarion. Okay, interesting. Did you find what you were looking for? Alas, no, but I found proof that the book I'm looking for is in Canabras, or at least part of it is. I see. Alright, I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. Well, thank you, because they definitely will be. Let's sell some of our stuff. Show me what you have. Bulk selling gets rid of most of the junk. Let's get rid of the scale mails, the breastplates, leather armor, masterwork scythe, scroll of inflict light wounds, 27 of them. I guess we can get rid of those as well. Masterwork glaive. Masterwork dagger. Half plate chainmail. I guess we can get rid of these. And we'll hang on to the rest of them. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's read these books. Okay. At least the ones with the little halo in the background. That might tell us that the books will give us some kind of bonus. This one won't, I don't think. I didn't want to drop that. Okay, I did learn something from this book. Alright, let's see. Tome of the... Okay, well, that was the one we read quite a while back. Okay. +1 competence bonus to attacks and damage on all natural attacks. Saving throws against swarms, that's handy. +1 shield bonus to AC against demons, very handy. Morale bonus to AC against dragons as well, very handy. Okay. I think now I will save the game. I'll do a hard save, and then I will come in here and we'll do a proper rest. Alright, I've done a hard save. Do I want to put anything in here? Staff of Coercion? Probably not. Maybe we do actually. Let's put this in there. We'll put... Oh, we have quite a lot of gear in here. I don't know when we got this stuff, but that's nice. Let's take all of this. Should probably keep that armor. Let's see. Keep that. Boot. Redancer's boot. Okay. We've reduced our carrying, the amount of stuff we're carrying by quite a bit. The rest of this stuff could be handy for resting. But yeah, let's do a rest now, because we want to get our dog back too, or our wolf rather. Okay, so resting at, I guess, our home base. We don't have, well, we don't need the protective rituals, the night watch, or the camouflage, obviously. Let's see if we can do anything for alchemy. Nenio's quite good for that. Choose a recipe. We'll take hearty meal. And what's the hearty meal do? Yeah, +1 cooking bonus to all skill checks for a day, which is quite handy. So let's do that. I'll okay that. Could do some scroll scribing, but I don't think we have anything we really want to scribe. And this will just help with our bonuses, obviously, to skill checks, which will be really handy. So let's rest up. I noticed that you cozy up to anyone with even the smallest amount of wealth or power, but not to me. Why is that? You know something, your ladyship? There's some boots even I won't lick. Based? Alright. Oh, it looks like it took over a day. That's kind of nasty. Was hoping it wouldn't take that long to rest up. Okay, let's head back out. Okay. We do have quite a bit of cash now. Oh, that's what we should do. Should equip all the new gear we have on our more important party members. So we'll give Seela the free dancer's boots. We want her to not be, or not have her movement impaired if we can avoid that. +2 morale bonus to perception and law nature checks. Okay, let's see. What's her perception? It doesn't say that they're adding to it. Summons a pet owl. Okay, so I think we need to actually properly summon these guys. Seems. Do we want to summon it on Camellia though? That's the question. Law nature as well, okay. Yes, that might just need to summon one of them. Well, we can't do that here. That's right. We'll try and summon the stuff once we leave town. So let's do that. I think we'll get rid of Nenio and we'll bring Waldriff. Still have Filth Fever. I don't like that at all. It is what it is. Okay, so what we need to do now is head to Arende Party House. Let's head in. Okay, let's stealth up. We'll do a quick save here, and I'll do Waldriff's level up, because we'll need him to have level ups anyway. Oh, I should have done the level up first, and then he would have had his spells after resting. That was a big mistake. Okay, we're back, and now we've done the level up for Waldriff. I'll flash up his level up summary on the screen, just so you can have a look. I just went for another level in Rogue, and I think we'll try to get him to have the prerequisites for Arcane Trickster as well, and then that's why we put Knowledge Arcana, and we gave him some spells, Acid Arrow and Burning Arc, so we'll put those on. Well, we'll put Burning Arc on, actually. Let's see. Everyone else seems to have their spells. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's move on. Let's open this door. Lots of stuff to loot. Ooh, okay, they saw us. It's just 2 dredge. Okay, let's all attack. Perfect. Let's get rid of that. And we've got a trip. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Let's stealth up again. And let's keep looting like before.
Godspeed.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Having that is pretty handy. Why did they not go through that door? That was a bit weird. Okay, let's see. Do we want to do anything else with the buff setup? Mage, armor, protection from evil communal. Yeah, let's do that once. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Magic weapon primary. Looks like everything else is fine, I think. 1 hour per level is nice for major armor. Minute. Protection from evil communal is only a minute, okay? C. Allow bubble buffing in combat. Yeah, let's just have that. And we should be good to go. Save it here. We could cast it already. Let's do that. Okay. Save it as well now. A splendid occasion, Count, and this new Numerian elixir is quite something. Looks like they're having a real crazy party. And the party's been crashed. Oh look, such darling little creatures. Yeah, not sure about that. They're demons, help. Okay. Wonderful, now brace yourself for the smell of your own blood and you ghastly eyesore. Okay. Ooh, there's someone that is Ambient Wizard. Yeah, let's attack them. Okay. Our spells. Did we not have someone that could... Okay. That's a little bit disappointing. I thought we had someone that could use flaming or burning arc rather, but I don't think we do. Alright, that's fine. This is a pretty tough fight though, so... Okay. Need to take out the Cambion Wizard as soon as possible. Okay, the Cambion Wizard is down, that's good. This ferocious shear is actually not going down at all. Let's try and shoot the Dretch. Unker is over here, Daeren is over there. Come on. Oh no, we are downed. This is not going well. Let's see if we can get a grease down on these guys. Probably should have done that before. That would really help us. Okay, we finally got rid of the shear. Reflex save. Okay, finally. That was a rough fight. Come on, Arunka, focus. There must be a way out somewhere. Okay, that's fine. Basically, everyone's died. Let's quick save it here.
Greetings,
Daeren.
valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house. Count Daeren Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Arunde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Wow. Bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place.
That seems a bit extreme.
Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Penabras lies in ruins. Daskari killed Terendale. The Wardstone has been captured, and you're asking me why demons gatecrashed your party?
Canabras in ruins. Daskari. Well, 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 and I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window. It seems as though Daskari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine, if you will pardon the pun.
Count casts a look at the curtain window and the light from the city's fires flickering between the gaps in the fabric. You don't seem very concerned about the city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the Wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
The Arendes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite ill. You deserve a better fate than that, no doubt.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwyrm.
What should I know about you, Count, apart from the fact that you're highborn and very rich?
As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around. I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
You can go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of Urabade and the Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling Count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? for reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Deal.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
Alright, let's drop Woljif and we'll take Daeren. Okay.
You can trust me.
We can now summon these pets, I think. Let's see. Let's move Camellia over here. Save it first. And let's see, can we summon more than one? Oh, there it is. Cute little owl cat. Hey, where did he go? That's odd. And we get the cat as well. Bonuses don't add up. Okay, so they are going to tell us that they don't add. Alright, that's fine. Let's see. Perception. Head chomper. Okay. Alright, in that case, let's stop with Tiger. We'll also stop with Pipe Fox. So let's drop Pipe Fox, drop Head Chomper. I think Head Chomper we can, or not Head Chomper, Tiger we can give to Daeren. Pipe Fox. Knowledge Arcana. I guess we can give that to
We will win this war.
Sealer. Okay, Sealer can summon Pipe Fox. Daeren can summon Tiger. Sovereign Dragon. Don't know who I'd give that, but we'll decide that later. Okay. Persuasion skill checks. Let's give it to Stooge. He's the face. +1 luck bonus and all saving throws against fire-based effects. So let's give it to Sealer. Arcane Signet. This signet grants its wearer the ability to cast magic missile spell as a 3rd level wizard 3 times a day. Okay, let's give it to Stooge. Yes. Pretty nice items there. Decimation Bardit. Okay, padded armor of focus. +2 to concentration checks. Don't know who I would give that to. I think the rest of this is fine, so let's... Yeah, Pipe Fox and there's... Alright, cool. Sorted out the pet situation. Thank you, stranger. The young woman does not look the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glittering. For saving us from the demons and for your timely entrance. I swear, I don't know who has enraged me more today. The demons or the oh-so-affable master of this house. I'm a friend of Ilkez's. He asked me to find you and protect you. The young woman clasps her hands together. Ilkez is alive. And he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now when the city is under siege by the demons. And those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. How did you end up here? Halrun's hounds found me in Wallflower and they tried to capture us. I distracted them, then I lost them in the streets before charming my way into this party. Even if the Inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't have been allowed past the door. Halrun holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy, so I picked a good place to lie low. That is until the demons showed up. She shivers and wraps her arms around herself. Now that's more like it. So I have inadvertently been harboring a traitor wanted by the Canabra's Inquisition. This day wasn't such a waste after all. Do you know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as someone, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. She becomes lost in thought for a moment. I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Canabras' market square. Why did you decide to break into the Wardstone and cast magic on it? You put your lives at risk. Your information could have been a trap set by the demons. But it wasn't a demon trap, Aranka says forcefully. Then her voice softens and her expression turns pensive. You know, living next to the whirlwind and seeing the powerlessness of the Crusaders, it's very hard. We've been trying to defeat the demons for 100 years now and we have nothing to show for it. I think that Queen Galfrey and the other leaders think that we can defeat evil if we line up our soldiers in perfect columns and send them marching off with a stirring battle cry. We just need a few more soldiers, a little more discipline, but we've been marching for 100 years and it's always one step forward, two steps back. And while the soldiers are marching, people like Halrun are seizing power behind their backs. His fanaticism and cruelty were forged in the same furnace as the Crusaders' righteousness. We will never defeat the demons if we keep trying to march down this same path. We need to change tack. To challenge our principles, trust our hearts and our friends, and not mouldering doctrines. We need to listen to any entity that is willing to help us. My friends and I listened and we trusted and we tried to change something. At least we tried, even though it didn't work out. Great idea. Marching in straight lines won't work, so let's go attack the demons in a merry band of hopers and dreamers, brimming with enthusiasm and doing just whatever we feel like. When the demons see us coming, they'll die of hysterics and our victory will be complete. Naive children, that's what you are. But I admit your words stir something in my soul. I wouldn't put you in charge of a military campaign, but I'd be proud to fight alongside you. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't busting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed, so I think I'm safe for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to our temple, to Ilkes. The Inquisitive must have searched there by now. They won't go back a second time. Alright, I have to go. Good luck. May Desna be with you, stranger. Okay, let's do this knowledge world check.
I believe this is possible.
Nope, failed it. I used the wrong person to check that, obviously. That's unfortunate. Is there another one here? Knowledge world?
It's just not
Really?
my lucky day.
Knowledge world failed as well? Okay.
Our path leads on.
Alright, mobility.
Hold on, just a little more.
And we got some loot. Healing in combat. Stooges hit points has dropped below 50%. Yep, that's fine. Let's take all this stuff. And now that we have Daeren abilities, let's do that. Put charge. Treat affliction. Have some glitter dust. Tiger is in there. Okay, that's good. And light halo. Okay, let's do that. Let's drop that there. Okay, let's do the area exit. Let's go back to Market Square. Alright, I think this is a good place to end the episode. We made decent progress. We talked to the Storyteller to find out what he knows. We Still need to talk with, I think, Staunton to see if any new dialogue has opened up now that we've talked to the storyteller. We picked up Daeren, which is nice, and I'll probably do his level up in between episodes, and then at the start of the next episode I'll recap the choices I made for him. And we rescued Arunca, and now we just need to find Wallflower, and we'll have completed that particular quest to save the three apprentices, I guess, of Ramian. So that's should be pretty good. And then we'll go to the Tower of Estrod after we rescue Ramian's apprentices, and then we'll go from there. And then at that point we should be okay to explore without worrying about the tavern defense, because most of the stuff that we need to do before the tavern defense will be done by then, so that'll be good. So that's where we stand at the moment, and yeah, so it's probably a good place to end the episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Hope to see you then. Have a good one.